2024 in Barcelona. It was a huge success. Our booth was packed. It was so crowded that the organizer strongly suggested we take some crowd control measures. And after that, well-known international media gave SU7 very good reviews, calling it stunning, impressive, memorable. And looking at those reviews, I'm very excited. We worked so hard for 3 years. I'm very happy to see such a good review. Looking back at 3 years ago, when we made the announcement to enter the EV market, it was just like yesterday. At the time, I said, this will be my last venture. I'm willing to bet my lifetime honor and achievement and go all in for Xiaomi EV. Saying this has given me great motivation and great pressure. For 3 years, we did our best every day under huge pressure. And I have realized that it's so hard to make a car. And it's so hard that I didn't expect Apple to quit. And that is why, today, for those who are still working in the automotive industry, they're all heroes of our time. They're great people, and let's give them a round of applause to salute them. Today is a beautiful spring day. We unveil the highly anticipated SU7. It's an important day for Xiaomi EV and for myself. We have with us today some good friends. Li Bin, the founder of Next EV. He Xiaopeng, founder of XPeng. Li Xiang, founder of Li Auto, who have given us many suggestions in the last 3 years so that we can avoid so many traps. Heartfelt thanks to them. And I'm very to have with us pioneer of our industry, chairman of Great Wall Automobile, BEIJING, a 30-year veteran of our industry. I admire him so much. And Zhang Jianyong, the chairman of BEIC, and many other good friends. I will not read out their names one by one. A big thank you to them. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Beijing, first of all, because Beijing is home to Xiaomi. Beijing's home to Xiaomi EV. To all of our supporters, to our audience watching us online, and I would like to thank everyone at Xiaomi EV and Xiaomi Group. Thank you so much. At this moment, I would like to share with you one quote. It's hard to make a car, but it's cool to succeed at it. Now, I officially present you SU7. Our goal is to build a dream car. In our time, a dream car must be equipped with the latest tech and the strongest driving performance, which are equally important. So, we hope off the bat, when we designed Xiaomi SU7, we wanted to be the best-looking car, the easiest to drive, the smartest car, priced under $500,000, and it also needs to be a car of good quality. This is the dream car we built for our friends. I'd like to share with you a video. Is it pretty? Our slogan for this car is driving forward. Because on driver experience, we pursued driver-vehicle harmony, a car that knows you, that responds to you timely, accurately. And on driver and passenger experience, we want this car to understand you, understand your needs, your wants, and be it the driver and passenger experience, we pursue driver-vehicle harmony. This is a full-size, high-performance eco-technology sedan, 5 meter long, 2 meter wide, a wheelbase of 3 meter. It has elegant and low stance, a very athletic look. I believe this is a timeless look. The elegant stance is created with great proportion. A 3:1 tire size to wheelbase ratio, a 2:1 tire size to height ratio, a 1.36 width to height ratio. This look gives the car a very low drag coefficient at a mere 0.195. The best in class, with highly aerodynamic design, with 8 air vents and 17 authentic aerodynamic vents. Last time we released 3 colors. People love it. And now let's look at them again. Aqua blue, verdant green, and mineral gray. Mineral gray is very, very premium color and popular with so many people. A few days ago, our stores are open, and many say that the cars look better in person because the shape is so slinky and it doesn't look as good on picture. So I invite you to look at it, take a look in store. And today, we'll release 6 more colors.
Been waiting for an open door, and in the end I swore I saved you. Holding up your head, I'll give my everything to stay true, stay true. Higher, and I'll let you know. Higher.
好看吗？这6种颜色。
Aren't they pretty?
所以呢，
These 6 colors.
首发就9款颜色。
So we release 9 colors.
摆在一起，像一道亮丽的风景线。
They look great
好，
together.
让大家看一看这9种颜色。
And let's have a
其
look.
实我们做了4个系列。
These 9 colors are divided into 4 color series.
第一个呢就是
The first is sports car color series. Second,
的时尚设计，还有呢
stylish color series,
经典设计。
premium color series, and classic color series. We cater to different tastes of all customers. The color of a car is so important. And let me go through them one by one. The first is
流星蓝，
meteor blue.
网上呢大家叫奶油蓝，非常
And people call it cream blue online. It's a very soft, shallow blue, refreshing, relaxing, and healing color. Let's look at it from different angles.
是不是很好看？
Looks quite good, right?
我们 还有一款颜色呢，
Next,
霞光紫，
radiant purple.
紫色呢代表
Purple
浪漫
is the color of romance
加入
and
了
mystery.
特殊配方的金属粉油，
With a
在
special
阳光下
formula
阳光
metallic,
异常，
it gives actual sparkle under the sun.
特别的漂亮。当然，这
It's
样的
stunning.
漂亮的颜色，我们在想怎么能够更好
And
地
how to present it?
前段时间，我的母校武汉大学的樱花
Not long
园
ago, my alma mater, Wuhan University's sakura season arrived.
在武大
And some suggest, how about we do a photo shooting at Wuhan University? This is the result.
是不是特别特别好看？
It's so
然后我们
pretty.
拍广告片那一天的话呢，
And
有一
on the
天
day of the
看到以
shooting,
后，那个
some
拍照上网以后
passerbys
在网上引起了非
saw a
常大的
car
热议
and they took some
这款
photos
颜色呢，
and
我
it
们
sparked
初
a
期就是
discussion
给他
online.
们设计的。
So this
后来
color
看到很多小伙子
was
特别喜欢
designed for female customers. But
所以
I heard that
我
many
也甚至想买
male
一台，不知道
customers
我 hold 不 hold 得住啊。
are also very fond of it.
好，我再给大家推荐一款航母岩灰，
And
是
I would
蓝
also
灰色的
like to recommend another
它
color to
低
you,
调而有质感，
Basso Gray.
特别有商务
Low
感和
key,
豪华感。
great
所
texture,
以呢，我们多角看，
very upscale.
这是一款比较低调的颜色。
Let's look at it from different angle.
那么
A very
我们
low
还做了一
profile
款
color.
非常非常炸裂的
And
颜
we
色
have
叫
a very
熔
bold
岩
color
橙
for you called Lava Orange.
是一款高饱和
A
度的
highly
颜色，
saturated color,
激情活力
enthusiastic,
非常非常的好看。
energetic,
主要是因为我们
very
小米的
pretty.
标志是橙色，
Because
所
our
以呢，我们做
logo
了各
is
种各样的
orange,
橙色，
so
我
we
们按照
offer
这个
all
设计也
kinds
非
of
常的好看。
orange.
大家再来看一下各个角度啊，
Let's look at it from different angles.
照片怎么样的显示不了
And the
真正的
picture
好看
does
程
not
度
do
啊
it
所以欢迎
justice.
大家有机会到
So
我们展
if you
厅
have
看
the
一下。
opportunity, please take a look
像这么炸裂
in
的一款
person
颜色呢，要
in the
足够
exhibition
自信
hall.
才能驾驭
You
这
have
款
to be cool enough to drive such a color.
下面一款颜色呢叫
The next one
珍
is
珠白，
pearl
它
white.
不是普通的白，
It's not
它
the
加入了
ordinary
珍珠
white.
粉，更有
We
光泽
added
质
pearl
地感
powder
更强
that creates
微
dimension
细
and
很耐
depths.
看，非常非常经典的颜色。
It's very comfy and very easy on the
还有
eye.
一款呢叫钻石黑，
Next,
也不是普通的黑，
diamond
它在
black.
经典的
It's
颜
not
色
the
里包
usual
了金属
black.
粉，
We also
灰里
added
呢透
a
着一丝
metallic.
深蓝色，
So it's a
也是
mixture of
非常非
black
常
and
经典的
deep
颜色。
blue, a
所以
very
选颜色呢
classy
很多人
color.
纠结，当你
And
不
that's
知道
why
怎么
it's
选颜
really
色
a
的时候，
hard
选灰里
choice.
白估计也不会错啊。
And but
这是款
white
经
and
典的
black
颜
are
色。
always safe
好，我们再来
choices.
看一下多个角度啊。
I like to show you different
好，这
angles.
就是我们为大家精心设计的四大设计
So these
9款
are
颜
the
色，
4 color
每一款
series
颜色
and
都
9
是
colors,
独一无二，
with
品
each
味独
color
特。
being
其中呢
unique
有5 款
and
是金属
distinctive. And 5 of them are metallic.
谈到这里的话呢，很多人特别特别喜欢海湾
Speaking of
蓝，
this,
我特别特别高兴。
many people
其实
love
像海
aqua
湾
blue.
蓝这样的
I'm very
高
happy
饱
to
和
hear
度的
that
这么受欢
because
迎，这是远超我的预期。
this
像
is
这样
way
高
beyond
饱
my
和颜色在
expectation.
家用车是很少
Usually,
用的，
it's very rare for a passenger
因为
or
只有这
vehicle
样
to
的颜
use
色
such
经
a
常出
highly
现在跑
saturated
车上。
color. It's usually
因为
reserved
像
for
这种高
a
饱和
million
度的
dollar
颜色，
luxury
要在
car
户外暴晒
because
期
to
间
make
拍摄，
these
它的
color
制作工艺
long
非常的
lasting
复杂，
and fade
成本
resilient
极为昂贵。
for 20 years,
以前呢只有豪车
it
才
sets
能
very
做
high requirements
这一
for
次
the
呢，我们希望
process
能把
and
把
it's
握
very
好的这
expensive.
些好的颜
And
色，
that's why
哎，全部
it's
下
usually
放到
preserved
让
for
小米
race
实现的
cars.
时候也能用，
And
让大家体会一下更漂
we
亮
have
的色
made
彩。
great efforts
我们在开
to
发每
bring
一
it
种
to
设计
SU7.
都下了很大的功夫。
We
这次
spend
的
so
研
much
发难度和其
time
他
and
想象要大，
energy on
每一款颜色
developing
我们都花
each
了16
paint.
个月，都花了不少的
It
研发成
takes
本。
a
刚
dozen
才有机会
months,
给大家介绍我们整个
lots
设
of
计的
money
研
to
发过程。
develop the paint. And I would like to tell you the whole
我们
development
还设计
process,
了4款内
but
饰
that's a
颜
story
色，
for
有银
another
河灰、
time. So
光红、
we also have 4 colors for the
和
interior:
曜石黑。
the Galaxy Gray, Sunset Red,
所以呢，
Mist
我们的
Purple,
内饰呢有
Obsidian
4种，
Black.
外饰呢有9种。
So 4
可能
colors
大
for
家在搭
interior,
配的时候呢，
9
可以
colors
稍微
for
选一下，
exterior.
稍微选一
So
下。
you can pick and choose
好，我们
for
再
your,
来看
to
一
your
下
own
细
liking.
的设计细节。
And
我
let's
们
look
很
at
多
the
的设计
design
工作里面呢，
details
大
of
家都特别特别
SU7.
喜欢。
after we released the designs last time, people are very fond of the water drop headlights, halo taillights, active rear spoiler, flowing curve, hidden door handle. Today, I'd like to tell you more about our water drop headlights. EV today usually use split headlights, ultra-narrow headlights, all cookie-cutter designs. And when we design SU7, we want a unique look. The water drop headlights has a very slinky shape. It blends in perfectly. So 3 years ago, we gave up on the split headlights plan. And the light actually looks just like our logo. And it shines a powerful beam far and wide across roads. It shines 400 meters ahead. That's 14 basketball courts add together. Its low beam shines very wide angle, 160 degree. So it actually shines both far and wide. We also have ADB adaptive headlights. So we can automatically switch between high beam and low beam without blinding the other drivers. So it's a very useful function for evening driving. And about wheels and tires, I realized the importance of them after I entered the EV market. The wheel size and design is a part of a look. The tire determines the performance range of a car. So how can we provide the best tires and wheels? So we have different sizes. It starts with 19-inch wheel, 19, 20, and 21.
And we also have the low drag wheel and 3 types of sports wheel. And we have a wheel which looks like a 7. And also we have the different types of the wheels, the multi-spoke sports wheel and plum blossom wheels. Also, we have developed 4 types of tires. For example, they are all from the international brands. For example, we have the 19-inch Michelin low rolling resistance tires, and it costs about 5,000 to 6,000 even in Denmark. We also have the 19-inch Bridgestone Comfort tire. We also have the 20-inch Michelin Quiet tire. The tire noise is much smaller. Also, we have especially prepared for the people who pursue the performance. We have prepared for them the P0 tire from Pirelli to achieve the utmost performance. In order to make it more sporty, we also provide the narrow front, wide rear design. The rear is wider. The aim is to enhance the grip of the rear wheels to enhance the best dynamic performance. So we have exerted huge efforts in such kind of details. Next, I want to introduce the interior design. We have the wraparound cockpit. It's simple and classy, and the passenger space is very comfortable. In the video, I said that I am 1.81 meters, and everything that I'm bragging, and actually I'm not. And some people even got some pictures of me and Li Bing, and he looks taller than me. But I want to emphasize that I'm actually 1.81. So when we design the car, we use the 1.88 meters of dummy for the design. You will not feel depressed in the front or rear seats. When we designed the vehicle, we designed the integrated sport-style seats, and we also adopted the high-density memory foam to ensure the comfort for short-range driving, and also you will not feel tired for the long-range driving. Also, we use the Napa full green Nappa leather is very soft, it's very comfortable, and is skin friendly. It is certified, is also safe for the babies. They are very good materials. We are equipped with very good sound system. We have 25 speakers, sound system, and support the Dolby Atmos, and also we have equipped the headrest speakers for all the models. So when you listen to the music, you will hear the navigation from the headrest speaker, and it will not disturb the other passengers in the vehicle. This is a very sweet design. We have a very big trunk, which is big enough for a whole set of camping equipment. We also have a very big front trunk. This size of front trunk, only the most advanced dedicated BEV platform can achieve that. It can contain 105 liters of things. So what can it be used for? For example, you can put your takeaway food there, and you can also put your fishing gear in the front trunk. It is very practical. Apart from that, we have 32 storage spaces in the whole vehicle. It's very exaggerated, right? I used to joke with them that the SU7 is a monster of storage. In the interest of time, I will just give you a few examples. We have lots of storage spaces. For example, when we reviewed the picture, some people asked, what are the two rivets on the IB platform for? Is that just for good looking? Actually, not. That is a dedicated standard M6 screw size, one on each side. And also there's another one under the rear view mirror. There is also a charging space under the rear view mirror. It is for the phone mount here. You can also install a GoPro here. So the media professionals, if you are interested in the SU7, actually we have a very good design for you. And actually, lots of car makers do not consider the phone mounts. I tested lots of phone holders, and they are not very good. So I tested for lots of times, and I said to myself that we need to make very good phone mount. We also have two phone storage spaces at the central console supporting 50 watts of wireless fast charging, and also we have a phone storage at the door of the front seat, passenger seat, so you will not forget your phone when you get off the vehicle. Also, at the central console, we have two large cup holders. It's good enough for 2 large cups of coffee. Then we have, under the central console, there is a storage space for the flashlight. Here, we have 2 hidden hooks. You can hang a plastic bag or your takeaway food. This flashlight is very practical. It's also a product from our company. I want to briefly introduce the flashlight. It is a glare flashlight. It goes very far. Also, it can also be a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker. Also, it is a power bank. So if you have that in your car, it would be very practical. Under the armrest box, there is a 4.6 liter space. It's within the reach of the passengers, both at the front and the rear seats. When we talk about the smart refrigerator, actually, I had a car with refrigerator. I used that once, and I just abandoned that. Because if you put one Coke inside, then when you make a turn, it wobbles. It's very annoying. So when we designed the smart refrigerator, we has especially designed this anti-roll mat. No matter you put 1 can or 3 cans of Coke, it won't wobble. Also, I want to especially introduce this super extra large glove box. We have some engineer users who would like to take the laptop on a vehicle, and it's unsafe to put it in a car when you leave the car, and it's very troublesome to put it in a trunk. So we have this glove box. You can put the laptop here. That is very convenient. We also have lots of storage spaces. I will not go into the details. I think when we design a product, we do not design just for beauty or appearance. We also design for experience. I want to give you an example. We designed this panoramic glass roof. It's very spacious. It looks very transparent. It's good looking. And the glass area is up to 5.35 square meters. I want to make it very spacious. And then when we talk with the potential users, a female Tesla driver said, well, it feels like an oven when you sit inside such kind of car. Wouldn't it hot in summer? Well, then we take this as a main pain point. How do we address that? The first thing we do is to make a double-layer silver plating for the panoramic glass roof with 99.9% of UV isolation, 99.1% of infrared isolation. And then we find another serious point is the front windshield. It's even much harder. And many female drivers will wear the sunblock sleeves because it's pretty hot for the front windshield. So we use the 3-layer silver plating to isolate the 99.5% of the UV and 97.6% of infrared. This is the only car using 3 layers of silver plating. Also, we use the UV-IR coating for the windows of the 4 doors with the UV isolation reaching 99.9%. If we translate that into the sun cream, that is equivalent to SPF 100+ or PA 4+. So that is highly sun-proof. At the rear seats, we also designed the privacy glass. You do not need to do further paintwork. Then how good is that in terms of the sunblock? We made a test. We left the car in 38-degree sunshine for 90 minutes. It's a very common weather during the summertime in Beijing and not to say the southern city of China. So we make a comparison with Model 3. Model 3 is like a global benchmark. It's outstanding, so we compare with Model 3. Can you imagine that after the test, we are 12 degrees cooler than Model 3. So you can also take a temperature gun with you to test. I was also amazed at that time. Within 1.5 hours, the temperature becomes very hot. And I think SU7 is not only good looking, it is sunproof. And we also have a separate ultra-thin panoramic glass roof sun blaze, and we also have the sunshade for the front windshield. Do you think this is good enough? And some people may say that is not. So we have designed this ultra-thin sun blinds. Apart from that, we made the sunshade for the front windshield. They are of high quality and they are very easy to store. Then that is like an all-round protection. Pretty soon we will enter summer. Many places in China are very hot, and people will bring sun umbrella. After 1 or 2 months in my hometown, we will enter the plum rain season, so there will be lots of rains. I do not like the umbrella and water when we put that into the vehicles. So we have designed the umbrella storages at the front doors. It's very convenient. Also, we have the umbrella storages at the rear seats. So we have solved the sunproof, we have solved the umbrella thing. This is the interior and exterior design of the Xiaomi SU7. We made a lot of efforts, and we are very delighted last year to have Mr. Chris Bangle to be our design consultant. He is the top 10 auto designer in the world, and he is the former vice president of design BMW. I believe that having him as our design consultant, he will help us to move Xiaomi Auto to the next level. I would like to welcome Mr. Chris Bangle to the stage.
Hi.
Thanks, Mr. Lei. Thank
Welcome.
you. Hi, guys. Wow. Hi. My name is Chris Bangle, and I'm super excited to be here at the very first Xiaomi EV launch event. Thank you very much for having me. This is really, really cool. Isn't that a great car? Isn't that a beautiful car? I mean, that was my first impression of when I saw the Xiaomi SU7 was, damn, what a great car. You know, of all the products, I really like cars the best because I believe cars are more than just a tool to get you from A to B, to move you. Cars they're avatars of yourself. They represent who you are. And when I saw the Xiaomi SU7, that was my immediate thought. Here is a car that a lot of people are going to identify with and say it's a wonderful expression of themselves. Beautiful. Now, it's not what I expected from Xiaomi because they're known for a design language which is very, very reserved and not emotional like this car. I've been to Xiaomi stores, and I really like their products. They have a really calm, minimalist vibe. But cars need to express movement, energy, and the SU7, with these well-defined curves and sculpted forms, this enters this whole new expression of boldness. And now, this entry into sportiness, wow, that's fantastic. But still, it's packaged for a family and everyday use. I was really excited because it was so different from what I expected from Xiaomi and very impressive for their very first crack at a car. Well done. I had a lot of fun driving the SU7. And what impressed me was how powerful it was. The way it accelerated, wow, made me immediately call it, this is a rocket horse. That was actually my expression, rocket horse. You know, horses are very powerful and very intelligent animals. And this car felt like that, but kind of to power of 10. Rocket horse. You know, my wife likes horses. This car would be a great car to have back in Europe. Oh, well, try. I think the recent, I think the recent European debut impressed many people that the Xiaomi SU7 is a wonderful example of the Chinese EV industry. It's a complete and visually stunning car. And I'm also confident that this marks an excellent beginning for the Xiaomi EV group. And I look forward to seeing them continue to push the boundaries and create future-ready masterpieces as they go forward. Congratulations. Congratulations, team. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. 一款车呢，
For a car, we do not just want it to be good looking, but also we want it to be drivable. I want to design a very drivable car. A drivable car means that when you drive it, it's a kind of enjoyment. Every time you step on the gas, every time you make a turn, every time you step on the brake, you can feel a strong sense of control, and the car can read your mind and take you to anywhere you want.
一台好开的
For a good car, performance is the foundation. The Xiaomi SU7 has class-defining speed.
它有多快呢？
How fast is that?
0-100加速2.7
we have 2.78 seconds of 0 to 100 km/h acceleration. Is comparable to middle-level luxury cars. And the max speed is up to 265 km/h. That is amazing. Also, we can also have the very good speed from 0 to 200, 60 to 80, 80 to 120, and 120 to 160, and even 0 to 400 straight dash. On every dimension, it has very strong performance. So for every dimension, we target ourselves at the Taycan. When we watch the videos of our cars, we feel very passionate. Wow. This is very exaggerated performance. That also that to the dual motor and also the AWD. We have 673 horsepower and 338 Newton meters of peak torque, and it is comparable to the 4.0 turbocharging V8 sports car. It owes that to the Xiaomi Hypermotor 21,000 RPM. So it is outstanding performance. Also here I want to say that even under minus 15 degrees, the performance output is also very robust. We know that the electric vehicles is highly influenced by the temperature. For example, Model 3 performance, the 0 to 100 acceleration is reduced, but for us, we maintained a very good 0 to 100 acceleration. That also that to the low temperature, high power battery. So in the winter time, the performance is not compromised. Apart from the performance, we also have very good driver's experience. We have dedicated design for the drivers. For example, the steering wheel, the seats, the dashboards, and the UHD are all central axle asymmetric. And also we have very good grip for the steering wheel. We have 2 physical buttons.
One button to start autopilot and another button to start a booster model. So it's very easy to drive, and to make it easier to drive easily. So many of the buttons, we still keep the physical buttons. In addition, we provide the 7.1-inch rotating display. So when it rotates, you feel a feeling of ceremony. And in this car, what I think I did really well is a super big 56-inch HUD. Why I want to emphasize on HUD? Because several of my cars have HUD. If it's not adjusted well, it can be very annoying. Sometimes I had to turn off the HUD. Sometimes I even feel it is such an unnecessary function. That's why we have made a lot of efforts to adjust and tune HUD to make sure the display and screen is very clear. That's why we provided 56-inch HUD. Last time when I was driving from Shanghai to Beijing, the first experience I got was it's a really big HUD. What we did is we have a 7.7-meter focus distance, and it is able to adjust the brightness and the intensity of lights.
The comparison is 1,500 to 1 contrast ratio, and the brightness is 13,000 nits. The driving sensation is very well, and even on the driver's seat, we have the proactive seat bolster. It means that when you're making a turn, it's able to inflate proactively to give you a good support. It's the only configuration comes with a luxury car. But with this, you can feel that it has a very good support. And apart from all the good configurations, we have made a lot of efforts on the driving sensations. Today, the mechanical part of our vehicles is already mature. But with the sense of awe, we started to build a team of experts and focusing on underlying core technology. We built modular architecture. In our smart chassis, we are leading the industry, and all of the suppliers in the smart chassis are well-known suppliers in the industry. All of them are very well-known. As well as the control algorithms of the smart chassis combine smart with driving in seamlessly. And how well do our chassis perform? We have invited our media friends to do a test drive. Their comment is, it is very easy to drive. The chassis tuning is excellent, and they say there must be some gurus in Xiaomi. Now let's check out the test drive videos of our media friends.
体验超出了我的预期，
动态驾驶感受可以说相当棒，
比你想中要更好开。
像开一台性能车，
确实不像是一个新品牌的第一款车。
驾驶性、基础性的一些调教做的是非常的完善和成熟的，尤其是比如说我们的动力的曲线
Bolt 加的这个模式跟它的舒适模式性格反转是差别非常大的。
在运动调教的基础之上，还会有一个非常有韧性的这种感觉。
整车车的方向盘和踏板的操作其实非常的精准，而且带给驾驶者极强的这种操控的信心感。
整个底盘的反馈，包括方向的反馈，以及整个座椅的这种配合，会觉得跟我整个的这种驾驶的意图是非常非常相符的。
整体的一个转向以及它的一个静谧性，我觉得它真的是一台开起来质感非常非常高级的一台车。
有一些部分甚至可以说是目前行业里面绝无仅有。
操控、舒适、智能，比较符合年轻人开车的性格。
这个脚感转向配合这个小声浪，哎呀，给你的感觉还是非常棒。
底盘对于俯仰和侧倾的抑制都非常的到位，
操控性非常的好，视野也非常通透，
动力真的是非常的厉害，
没有任何突兀感，很舒服，
安全度非常高，
非常聪明，非常惊险，
好看、
沉稳、
优秀、老道。
And another comment from them is they say the driving sensation is very well. And what are the high quality part? First is they say it's very highly responsive, means it responds quickly to one step. So even for the base model, even in normal city roads, just one simple step on the pedal, you feel the responsive steering experience. We know that Model 3 has a really good responsive experience, but we also provide a very good responsive experience. And second is precise steering. Especially when you change lanes and medium to high speeds, it responds to you lane changing and steering very quickly. And third, in terms of tuning, when they are providing you with the road information. Actually, a really good car, it retains the feel of the road while just getting rid of the bumpiness. The orange line curve shows the bumpiness of the road, and the green one shows how people feel. So that's why we say that you feel it's a very smooth driving experience. In addition, in that split second when you brake it, there is a smooth touch to how the brakes are applied. So the braking is also smooth. The tuning radius is only 5.7 meters, and for this full-size high-performance sedan, it is very flexible for such a size of a sedan. So you can check it out yourself during the test drive. In addition, it's also very fun to drive around. Let's check out the other functions. First, we have the launch control. It's able to provide you with a very good sensation. It's a very good feeling. Second, there is a booster mode. It delivers the maximum power output within 20 seconds. In addition, we also provided the sports sound system. So it is also giving you a very sporty car feelings and sensations when you drive. We created a sound synthesis of 110 tracks. At start, I thought it was easy, but then turns out to be difficult. Let's hear it. So it gives a very sporty feeling. In addition, we also have some self-defined driving mode. It is able to simulate the other driving modes of classic cars, and you can easily set it to drifting mode. And what is a drifting mode? That is when you turn off the traction control, turn off the vehicle stabilization system, and all power output is transferred to the rear wheels. Now you have a rear wheel drive with great horsepower. Now let's check the video of drifting. Isn't this awesome? I actually have learned drifting myself. Next time I can show you my drifting skill. But I'm not that good yet, so don't laugh at me. So if I say SU7 is a very drivable car, it doesn't really do its justice. So you should check it out and do a test drive yourself. Next thing, for a EV, the range is a very important topic for the electric cars. And for all models, we have a long range. Just as I've mentioned in Weibo yesterday, we start at 700 kilometers. This is in the CLTC mode. We have 700 kilometers. We know that the range of EV vary in various factors. For example, the temperature. Second is if it's on the highway, because the speed has a lot to do with the range. And third is also about your driving habits. If you hit on the pedal more quickly and aggressively, it also reduces the range. That's why we say if you hit the brakes more smoothly, it saves the range. But our range guarantees that you only need to charge one time for 1 week for commute. And recently, we did a test in Guangzhou. So this is our base model, and we have the 700 kilometers, and this is what people call the entry level. And we do it on the highway 120 kilometers. The average speed is around 97 kilometers. But because sometimes there's a traffic jam, but it's capped at 110 or 120. And in this speed, it starts at the final result is 495, but it guarantees at least 4 to 5 hours on the highway. So last year, at the end of last year, our range was 668, but now it changed to 700 kilometers. Maybe people will wonder why the change. But just 3 months, we have a big jump. We've noticed that people have a really strong desire for long range. That's why we have equipped Michelin low drag Hobbs wheel, and we have updated our advertisement. So in this way, you are able to have the Michelin wheel hub and have the 700 range. This is the work we do. I believe that so in the future, if there are anything you feel we can do better, please let us know. How do we compare this base model with Model 3? We have our range increased by 133 kilometers. So for some car factories, even it's just increased by 100 kilometers range, the price will jump significantly. But we have we also increased drastically as well, and also the voltage. So this is what people are really curious about. But when we talk about price, we also have to talk about the configurations, right? Otherwise, it's meaningless. Sometimes if the cars are cheap, but they only have 400 range, but we start at 700 range. That's why I have to emphasize range is the most expensive configuration for the EV. Because even 1 voltage or even 1 kilometer, it means a big difference in the price. But luckily, we didn't start at that era. We didn't have to buy coal or core in South Africa. But recently, of course, the price in batteries has dropped a little bit, but it still accounts for 30 to 35% of the total cost. So out of all the voltage we have, 1 voltage means a big difference in the cost. And that's why if you want to have a good range, you either have to invest the big money, burn the money, or you have to invest in the technology. So we invested in technology as well as in the money. So first, we have to have a very low drag coefficient. And we have the whole body silicon carbonate lightweight. And we have really excellent heat management. We also have low drag Hobbs wheel. So we have done excellent work in each of it. But I have done test drive many times myself. I think there are still lots of ways to be improved and updated. Range is really important for the EV. Of course, I know there will still be factors to be improved and to be updated. But I believe range really represents the core technology of the EV. This is our high-end model. We know that a good performance means a big drain on the battery. So for this model, our range is 810 kilometers. So in the 4-wheel cars and all the high-performance 4-wheel cars, the performance is leading the industry. So I got to say leading the industry. So for the 0 to 100 acceleration on under 3 seconds, and a range over 800 meters. Xiaomi SU7 is the only one. Apart from the long range, we also have fast charging. And how do we do in fast charging? We have across the whole models silicon carbonate. We have the compressor and the charger. All of them are silicon carbonate. And we have the 800 voltage high power platform. Here I have to emphasize that sometimes when it's over 550, people say it's 800, but we rarely go over 800. We reached 871 voltage. But here we continued to do technological improving. The whole charging is optimized charging technology, and it's able to further improve the charging time. So in 15 minutes, we are able to charge 510 kilometers. So just in 15 minutes is enough to last you for 500 kilometers. And for our base model, we use 486 voltage and 400 voltage platform. For this model, it's able to charge 350 kilometers in 15 minutes. If we compare with Model 3, we are 100 kilometers more. In all the technological factors, we reached the best. Now, talking about charging stations, we know that 95% of them are public charging stations. So the first thing we want to do is that it has to be compatible. It has to have a high compatibility. So for this, it's actually more problematic than you imagine. And in order to do a good job, we have done it in over 300 cities, and we tested 148 different companies and tested 2,000 stations. In total, we tested 70,000 times of the charging stations. We also help the charging station to solve more than 500 problems. And while we were doing this, we have we improved the overall charging experience for the industry. For example, for this most common public charging station, our voltage is much higher than Model 3. And this is a authoritative certification body reviews, and it shows that the compatibility is more than 99%. And some of the competitors may be less than 90%. It means every 10 times you charge, there will be one time that is not compatible. So we are the most compatible one in the market. Of course, we also prepared home charging stations that are 11 kW. We also have prepared Xiaomi Home Power Exchange Adapter. It supports 2.8 kW and as well as to discharge the power. And what's used for the discharge? So, for example, when you go camping, your car is able to provide power.
Now we're building our supercharging station with 600 kilowatts of liquid charging solution. Now we're rolling out in Beijing, Shanghai, and Hangzhou. As we start shipping, we're stepping up on our charging network. And I've talked about the best looking, the easiest to drive. But the best about SU7 is a smart ecosystem. Speaking of smart cars, my understanding is that car, smart, and EV, in the last 3 years, the highest barriers is in the EV. But the next decade, the biggest problem is about how to be smart. And I cannot stress more. The future competition lies in smartness, which is our strong suit. With 14 years experience in smartphones, we will apply the experience and expertise we accumulated on our EV, and our car EV smart ecosystem will seamlessly connect all devices in the ecosystem. And smartness is the soul of our EV. And I would like to talk about it in 4 aspects. First, smart driving. In the last launch event, I talked about the algorithm and Xiaomi autopilot. Today, we want to tell you about our investment on our autopilot. We're very committed. So our team now is about 1,000 people, and by the end of the year, we will exceed 1,500. And by the end of this year, we will enter the first tier of car makers. We have 2 models, the Xiaomi Pilot Pro and Xiaomi Pilot Max. And Pro is purely visual solution, while Max is vision plus LiDAR, while Tesla uses pure visual solution. But in China, because of the lag, we actually have to do 2 solutions in parallel. Maybe in the future, we'll all enter the pure visual solution stage. Here, I want to tell you, we do 2 solutions. We follow several principles. First, same technology for various configurations. So it is available to across all models, because I don't think any company can actually maintain 2 solutions. So usually they would do the higher end model themselves and leave the lower model, base model, to OEMs. But OEMs will have a hard time catching up with the latest technology. And there are 6, 7 players in this area. If you are fully committed to smart strategy, this is also the future competition priority. And both models use the Orin platform, 11 HD camera, and full-stack self-developed algorithm. In the last 3 years, we have built our in-house testing fleet with a total testing mileage of over 10 million kilometers. And our simulation capability exceeds 250 million kilometers. People set high standard for us. We want to debut a car with the greatest user experience. So we provide an autopilot across all models, and the highway NOA will be delivered upon launch. And now the highway NOA has been tested in 300 cities and will be available across the country. And we support auto parking, and autopilot is available to all models. And in every city, we tested the auto parking, all kinds of parking slots in the underground parking lot. The completion rate is over 95%. And all models are equipped with mechanical car location technology, even when there's narrow edges. And it's end-to-end sensing, completely different from the previous algorithm, even when parking in challenging scenarios. So we're the only one adopting such a technology in this class. Now our competition is heating up on city NOA. And I'd like to tell you about our progress. And we have invited media friends for our NOA testing. And in April, we'll start the user testing. And in May, we'll roll out in 10 cities. In August, we'll roll out nationwide. Those test drive videos will soon be available. And let's look at our internal road test video. I hope during your test drive, you will give City NOA a try. I would like to briefly talk about the smart cabin. There are 5 screens in total. The central touchscreen, the HUD, and 2 tablets in the back seats. So 5 screens interconnected. Let's look at each of them. There's a 16.1-inch 3K HD screen powered by Snapdragon 9A75. And this is the best car chip in the market. Very smooth operation. And last time I told you about the screen, we selected an ultra-large tablet for it because we want to improve the compatibility with the apps. When you make display screens in all sizes, it actually creates a huge challenge to the apps ecosystem. So with 10 years of experience in tablets making, we make it a standardized tablet. So all apps are available on this tablet. Let's show you a small demo. Open the spoiler. What you see is what you get. Just one click, you can open the spoiler. Open the boot, turn on the AC. The whole system's very smooth. And the vehicle OS develops a flexible framework that uses widgets. You can move around and resize the apps to your liking. Smartphone car interconnectivity is also one of our strong suits. When your phone is brought into the cabin, the console automatically displays an icon. You can open the phone's interface with a single touch. And with one touch, your interface can go full screen. Say you're watching a movie on your phone. With one touch, you can watch it on the big touch screen, enjoy immersive film experience in the car. Your favorite smartphone apps can be pinned to the car's infotainment system for future use. They run just like in-car native apps. So the best about this OS that it really considers the compatibility of software's ecosystem. And there are many other functions I don't have time to tell you about. Next is car-home interconnectivity, how your car interacts with your home. You can get your car ready with a voice. In summer, before you leave your home, you can tell your car to turn on the AC. And we have added voice print recognition to limit the access so that your kids cannot mess around. In your car, Through media, you can control your home smart devices. You can remotely control your camera to check your home. When your doorbell rings, you can get a notification. With one click, you can talk to the person and receive your delivery. When you drive into your compound, the home scenario is activated. Your home and car are connected seamlessly. There are many other scenarios. Let's look at rear displays. It's just a Xiaomi tablet. But this is redesigned, repurposed for SU7. The 6S Pro, 3K high-definition screen, empowered by Gen 2 Snapdragon processor. And there's a 3-pin location. And we have also designed a backseat holder set. I would like to tell you about the ecosystem. When the tablet is mounted, it's a part of the vehicle OS. The rear passenger can easily adjust the front seat, can push it forward, and the rear passenger can set navigation destination or add destinations or check live traffic. When listening to music, both screens can sync lyrics, so it's great for karaoke. We have made a karaoke microphone. When you have your kids at the back, from the touch screen you can select movies, animations for your kids. So we have designed a complete interaction between different screens. Next, Xiaomi voice assistant, one of the earliest voice assistants in China. Now we have a monthly active user over 100 million. It wakes up 200 million times a day. So it has a great fundamental capability. And let's look at how Xiaomi controls the car. First of all, let's see how it rolls down the window. Pretty easy, right? Let's see how it controls the rear view mirror. And adjust HUD. So there are great functions. Another fun function, when you drive past the parking lot toll booths, when everyone's fumbling to find their phone, you can have your QR code ready with a voice. A very useful function. Xiaomi is also good at giving you instruction about the car. If you don't know how to use the launch mode, you can just ask her. She would teach you how to use launch mode. In the cabin, we allow voice interaction from every seat. Even when you sit in the middle of the back seat, Xiaomi can answer you and interact with you accurately. Xiaomi has adopted large language model. We developed our 1.3B language model. And what's the use case? The most often demo is this. And once you buy SU7, you can paint this blue and white porcelain for your car. But why do we need this for driving? You can just do it on your phone. So we believe that the large language model needs to be combined with the multi-modal sensing. It needs to understand the location, direction of the car, and all the cameras need to be connected and to engage in the large language model. And that makes Xiaomi smarter. To give you another example, when you're about to enter a tunnel, you can ask Xiaoai.
你正在经过望开隧道，全长9228米，双向4车道，是国内最长的市政山岭隧道。
When you're on a road trip, you can ask about what's the river's name you just drive past.
发源于河南省，流经湖北、安徽、江苏等省份，全长约1000公里。
And a more often asked question.
前面的车是什么车？
我来看看，是橄榄绿的小米苏7。
Right? That's how we combine the sensing capability and large language model. At the current stage, people are trying to use large language model for more use case to solve real problems. We have prepared a video to tell you Xiaoai's full capability.
这是你认识的小爱。现在来认识一个更懂你的小爱。 你的这些细节只有他能懂。
后视镜往下10%，HUD 往左一点，座椅调到最后。停下，
停下了。
甚至跨界的想法，他也能心领神会。
我的手机掉哪儿了？打开家里的扫地机器人，打开家里的摄像头。小爱同学，
我在。
打开手机付款码。
完成了。
搭载 AI 大模型的他，无所不知。
有没有离轨迹和望京都很近的川菜馆？
为你找到了10家位置合适的川菜馆。
介绍一下7方3向。
是3方7向。
前面的车是什么车？
我来看看。
甚至他可以像人一样观察。
是橄榄绿的小米苏7。
满足你的所有好奇。
桥有多少年历史了？前面的山是什么山？ 金庸小说里哪些重要？
这就是全新的小爱，更懂车的事，更懂设备的事，更懂你好奇的事。全新小爱大模型智能语音已登陆小米苏7。
所以这个小爱真的变得越来越聪明了。
Xiaoai is getting smarter by the day.
更强大的智能生态。
Our human car home ecosystem is very powerful. The central touchscreen is expandable in all 4 directions. You can add a physical buttons. It's connected magnetically and by screws. You can adjust AC or other common functions. And the knob in the middle is for volume. It also supports AFC. When you tap your phone at the knob, it connects to the car Wi-Fi automatically. You can also add intelligent dual gauges to show time, speed, and range. When you interact with Xiaoai, it responds with vivid emoticons. Very playful. And we also have wireless charging phone holder, which is connected to the smart cabin. If you forget your phone in the car, it will remind you. And you can also install ambient light.
So it can change with the rhythm of the music, so you will feel very atmospheric. Also, under the touchscreen, we can also make it expandable. Here, you can pull it and to put all kinds of devices, the charging and also magnet section. Here, you can also have a smart walkie-talkie set, and you can charge the walkie-talkie, and it can be connected to the steering wheel, and you can just talk to the steering wheel. You do not need to talk to the walkie-talkie anymore. Also, it can charge 2 walkie-talkies, so just in case. For this charging space, you can also charge the flashlights we have mentioned before. And this is the function we have provided. We can also put the walkie-talkie here. Here we can also put the smart aroma diffuser set. we can have 3 presumed sticks, 5 different concentrations, and it costs 399 RMB. Also, you can put a outdoor Bluetooth speaker here. It has very good audio effect, and it is tuned by Harman Kardon. It is very good for camping. Here, inside that, there is the ambient light, and it is magnetic suction here. It can be fixed to the car or to your tent. We also have other car IoT equipment. I would like to give you a few examples. For example, the child seat. If the seatbelt is not fastened for the child seat, then there will be a reminder at the touch screen because it's connected to the whole car IoT system. The whole car is very intelligent. We also designed very high quality commodities. For example, we have the very soft, very comfortable headrest, and also we have the storage box for the trunks and the front trunk. Also, the front trunk has similar storage spaces. In our app, we have very diversified and rich ecosystem. In the interest of time, I will not cover them all. You can go through them one by one in the app. So ecosystem is a very good weapon for us. Last time I talked about a topic that Apple has given up car making, and I think it's okay because we support the Apple ecosystem and we can provide very good experience for the Apple users. So that is a very generous attitude from our company. We support the wireless CarPlay, we support the iPad. So we support the Apple ecosystem. And all the Apple users can feel the ecosystem. Smart and ecosystem are our core competitiveness. I would like to play a video for you.
有变化吗？它可以让我不用思考吗？可以让我1秒都不用等吗？今天的智能，除了让我放心，可以让我偶尔放个空吗？它可以实现每个人的想法吗？今天的智能，它可以想在我的前面吗？